Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing these amazing Barazek cookies with everyone. These are sugar-free, egg-free, yeast-free, and good for you. Your stomach will thank you for these cookies. So if you guys would like to find out how to make those cookies, just stay watching. Bismillah, let's get started. I have 3 cups of oatmeal flour, and I made this flour by putting my regular oatmeal into my food processor, and it became flour. We have a tablespoon of baking powder and a small sprinkle of salt, 3 tablespoons of powdered milk. That's for my dry ingredients, and actually these will go along as well. I have 1 tablespoon of anise seeds, which is yansun, and 1 tablespoon of fennel seed, which is bizr al-shomar or al-habba al-hilwa, and about 5 small pieces of cardamom, which is hale, half a cup of pistachios, 1 full cup of untoasted sesame seeds, 1 tablespoon of distilled vinegar. This is just white vinegar. 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. 1 full cup of sour cream. 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. And 4 tablespoons of honey. And I'm gonna start by grounding up my spices here. Okay, it's nice and grounded. We're gonna put that in here. Make sure you get all of it. Along with our powdered milk and our baking powder and salt. Let them mix. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on the side. And moving on to the next ingredient, which is gonna be our sour cream, our vinegar, our coconut oil, and 1 full tablespoon of vanilla extract. We're going to use the rest later. And 3 tablespoons of honey. And that's my third. Close this up. And this is what we have here. You really don't need this kind of blender. You could just use a regular whisk and whisk those together, but I'm using this because it's easier. And now we're gonna go ahead and add in our dry ingredients. And I'm gonna add them in one at a time. And this is our mixture here. And I just want to remind everyone, make sure that all your ingredients are room temperature. Don't just grab them out of the fridge and start, because you want to make sure that they're kind of like room temperature, not cold out the fridge. Also, if you don't have a hand blender like mine, or sorry, one of these blenders, once you mix all your wet ingredients, use your hand after that point, or you could just use a spoon because it will be a little bit heavier. If you can see the consistency. We're going to cover this and let it sit for 15 minutes, and then we'll be able to work with it. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and toast our sesame seeds. If you have them already toasted, that's fine. I prefer them like this to be able to toast them myself, just because it's a better flavor. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. And on the oven. As you're toasting them, you can just see how beautiful they look and smell. Sesame seeds are so good for you, which is what makes these extra healthy. Much better than the other cookies that we make. Alright guys, here they are nice and toasted. And we're going to transfer them into the dish here. And in here I have 1.5 tablespoons of warm water, or hot. And we're going to add to that 1 tablespoon of honey. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix it well. And we're going to go ahead and put those 3 tablespoons onto our sesame seeds, which are still hot by the way. And mix. And after about 15 minutes, our dough is ready to use. We're going to go ahead and make these into small little balls. And we're going to transfer them into a plate for now. Try to make them all similar in sizes. And I forgot to mention this earlier. If you don't want to use honey, you can just use any sugar substitute or just regular sugar. You don't really have to use honey. But for the purpose of being healthy and trying to make something a little bit healthier, that's why I used honey. Into here, pick it up, and into our toasted sesames. And let's do one more. Press, pick it up, and other side. And if you want to flatten it down after you pick it up, you can do that. But it really picks up all the sesame seeds, you can tell. You can add more. And into the tray. And it is going in my oven at 375 for about 15 minutes or until you see the bottom is golden. Alright you guys, here they are out the oven. They ended up cooking for a total of 20 minutes, and after I turned my oven off, I just let them sit there for about 5 minutes. And they turned out beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and line them into my tray. Set them here.
Alright, you guys, they turned out really well. And these Eid cookies are actually really good, much healthier than the other cookies, especially that we took out all the ghee butter, all the flour, just much healthier ingredients in this one. I do hope that you guys try these. You could just see how nice and toasty they look. And they turned out really close to the Barazek that we get from the stores and the bakeries. Me, myself, I prefer these over the other ones just because they taste good, but they actually feel good after. I did drink mine with a cup of tea. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.